Most people have missed what EA's plans were with FC24. However, as the game has developed more and more, it's become more glaringly obvious the future of EAFC. Now, a lot of people are going to be upset by this, and before I reveal the future of the world's most popular football game, let's see how we got to this point. Now, this is the first year that EA were not bound by the FIFA name, and they really were bound, as some reports suggest that FIFA were wanting double the $150 million a year that they were getting from EA just for use of the name. This prompted some interesting comments from EA CEO at the time, Andrew Wilson, who described FIFA as just 4 letters on the box, and then later followed up with in an internal meeting saying that we need a level of freedom to be truly creative, innovative, and experiment in the market. Because of the nature of approval timetables and various things around the FIFA license, that's been really hard, and we're moving much slower than what we want. And now, team, it is the approval timetable that I really want you to focus on, because with FIFA being on the box, it's down to the big bad boss to determine what EA can and can't do in the game, because obviously it's FIFA's name on the front of that box, and it's their brand that could potentially be damaged if EA were to do something that's out with their approval. I mean, FIFA could have literally had the say on promos, released content, and this has had evidently caused friction between EA and FIFA already. Now, we might never know the kind of stuff that FIFA would have said no to EA about, certain content and promos, etc. But the one thing we can most definitely agree on is without the FIFA name, EA have really been creative this year. And I use the word creative because every single week we're getting a different promo, some different type of content, and it's come together in what has potentially just been one massive experiment. It's almost like they're a dog that's just gone off the leash. You want to see everything, try everything, and it's inevitably caused a bit of chaos. And I should add, I used the word creative purposely because, yes, some of the stuff we have seen has truly been groundbreaking, but we are constantly seeing mistakes after mistakes. As fast as content's coming out, it's often followed by another mistake. And this is more than what we have seen in any previous game. And this really begs the question on whether the experiment has actually worked. Now, from EA's perspective, yes, game sales might have been a little bit down without the FIFA name initially. However, Ultimate Team is by far blowing that money that they would have lost out the water, considering that EA have already beaten previous year's totals and we still got several months to go. And let's be real, EA is a business. It's about how much money you make, so the numbers kind of speak for themselves. This year's installment has been one huge success for them. And look, I'm not bashing EA for being creative. I mean, there's been a lot of promos this year that I've really, really liked. I mean, I loved the Thunderstruck promo. I loved the Golasso promo. I mean, everyone having 80+ shooting is always going to be a good time. And they've really experimented with icons and heroes in the promos, which we hadn't really seen in any previous years. So this has been really, really good concept. You just never really know who's going to be next in that promo list. And I think we could all agree as well that Evo's has been a massive success, albeit I think we can all agree as well that it should have been utilised significantly better. I mean, there's some cards that took far too long to get their first Evo. And what this brings me to is the future of the EAFC brand and how this will proceed going forward, because surely they can't just keep going off the current model that they're on right now. And I've got the answer for that. I'm going to start off with Ultimate Team because obviously that is the most popular, and it more likely, I believe this is where we're going to see potentially the biggest change with the game going forward. Now, I need to start off with that what I'm saying here is still a prediction, despite the fact that a lot of the moves that EA have made have almost, it's glaringly obvious this is going to happen. And look, there's going to be people that are still going to disagree with me on this, but listen, you can complain about it in the comments and I'll reply to you on there. And the first massive change, and this is probably the biggest change out of all, is they're going to get rid of the transfer market out of Ultimate Team. This is a move that makes so much sense for EA because it gets rid of coin sponsors and a lot of methods in which people would hack you and try and take your coins. And not to mention as well, it also kind of gets rid of the problem on the transfer market with the likes of cards being extinct. I mean, it took so long for you to be able to buy a team of the year Virgil van Dijk. I mean, he wasn't even an option for you to buy for near enough several months after he released. And you've also got to take into account that EA's competitors are not utilizing a transfer market, and so it shows that it does work. And look, this isn't a case anymore of if they're going to get rid of the transfer market. They are going to get rid of the transfer market in Ultimate Team. It's going to happen. In fact, I even spoke to quite a few different people on this, and they were all under the same impression that yes, it is 100% going. And you just have to look at your own team to really see the evidence. I mean, most people's teams now are pretty much all untradeable. Even with the likes of Evos and the amount of packs you're getting, I mean, you can easily get the best cards in the game now. Like, all cards are obtainable. A few years ago, EA were questioned about their game, and they pointed out the fact that all these cards were really obtainable, and people laughed at them initially. You know, and back then, you know what, they were probably right. Like, a lot of the cards were probably not obtainable. But right now, you really can get the best possible team in the game. Like, all cards are within reach with a bit of grind and a bit of money. And they've also implemented some other things that will also help with the likes of, you know, getting rid of the transfer market. I mean, say for example, you open up a pack, you get duplicates, right? You can either discard them or you can chuck them into exchanges, get another pack instead, and you get more duplicates of that. You keep recycling players. There will always be SBCs for you to do in that case. Or you're wanting to upgrade your players, well, there'll be an Evo for you where you can grind and get that player a little bit better. They'll still run promos, they will still be able to run these Evos. There'll be more and more SBCs for us to do, and I truly think if they get rid of the transfer market, we will see a model in which you get a pack after every single game that you play. And people might wonder what's going to happen with coins. So, are coins still going to be a thing? And I don't see that making any sense getting rid of coins. Instead, what that does is that means that you've got a coin total that you can work towards getting packs. Look, team, let me know what you think about that change, but we'll move on to the next one. And I should add as well, with them getting rid of the transfer market as well, they will also push other areas within EAFC, particularly the esports scene. I mean, say for example, at the moment they're experimenting with, if you watch the esports, you can get a pack in game. Well, what happens if they say, if you watch this for 4 hours, you can get an icon pack in game, because they don't need to worry about oversaturating the transfer market, because there isn't one. So pretty much at that point, you can pretty much grind to get any players you want. So they don't need to worry about over giving at this point. They can literally just keep giving, and you're not going to get bored of that. And one thing that will also do, and this is why it makes so much sense for EA, is getting rid of the transfer market and forcing people to watch the esports. It makes the esports significantly more marketable, because obviously if the only way you're going to get some of these cards or players or packs via watching the esports, they're going to have like 50, 60, 70,000 people watching the esports to drive traffic onto there, and that traffic is very attractive to many sponsors. And I find it unlikely that the only changes we're going to see with the games going forward are only going to be an Ultimate Team. They've already experimented with this with the likes of Volta and the cosmetics that you can get on there. I can definitely see clubs becoming significantly more marketable, in the sense of I'm going to see monetization in the likes of more cosmetics coming through. I mean, the one cosmetics that a lot of clubs players have been dying for is, you know, more things like the likes of tattoos, the likes of actual player scans. I mean, imagine you could, you know, make Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. Oh, they run a promo in clubs and where you can become an icon, the likes of Ronaldinho or Rooney or Hullet in clubs. That would be unreal, and I would love to see that in the game. And I also don't see them stopping when there. I like career mode as well. Obviously before, and people will remember, you know, the likes of Financial Takeover with the season kind of pass you used to do on the old games, where you used to earn coins through just playing the game. They can most definitely do that on like a monetization level where you buy Financial Takeover, you buy, you know, a future star scout. There's so many avenues that EA will probably look to exploit and explore in the future games. Because you've also got to remember, what is the big reason as to why EA have succeeded so much better than the likes of PES and any other competitor that's tried to come into the market for a good football game? It's their authenticity. Like, there's no other game where you were able to get Ronaldo, get, you know, Messi, play as Arsenal, play as Man United. You know, you actually get the kits, you actually get the stadiums, and that's what sells the games. Look, team, I've shared some big information in this video. Do let me know what you think in the comments. If you are new, please do subscribe. I've hit you with some big facts in here, and I would absolutely love to know your thoughts. So please do put them in the comments. Please do reach out to me directly even and let me know your thoughts, because I would love to make more videos like this and share it with your faces. So please do give me the feedback, like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.